So they are deported back to Guatemala, taken, like their family didn't even know where they were. They were taken. They took away her medication. She had high blood pressure, the mother, high blood pressure. They got to Guatemala. They don't know. They haven't lived there in decades. They have no idea what to do. They have no money in their pocket. They don't have access to the medication. So the mother dies. And the daughter stays in Guatemala, and there's footage of her holding the coffin until it's buried, and her wanting to be with her mother. And these are the stories. I mean, even if this just happened with one person, we should be asking if this is the right thing to do. But this is happening to, hundreds, if not thousands of people all across the country. And this is not all right. I mean, this is not all right. We should not be doing this.
Especially if someone's already been granted asylum. Like, there should be...
So their asylum procedure was ongoing. They hadn't been granted yet, but that is...
But still...
You can't remove somebody who's ongoing asylum procedure. And plus, that's not...
Meaning she was trying to do it the right way.
Yes, absolutely. And that's not what we were sold, right?
Right.
A lot of people voted for Trump because they thought that he was going to go after the criminals.
I think very unfortunately, a lot of this stuff is political. And the fear is the both sides fear, right? So I don't know if you know this, but Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, who was running for vice president, he just passed...
you also had him on, right?
No, I did not. They just passed something in Minnesota where illegal immigrants are allowed to have driver's licenses and vote, which is kind of crazy. Because...
Are you sure?
Yes.
That they're allowed
yesterday.
to vote?
Yes, just yesterday. Yeah, we'll pull it up.
Illegal immigrants as in they
snuck
don't even
into the
have
country,
a green card.
As in not supposed to be here.
And they're allowed to vote in
can have driver's
what?
licenses and can vote. Let's find out. This is the story that I read.
Jamie, find out.
I read this story and he was
I don't believe
proudly
this.
talking about... I know. Sounds crazy, right?
It sounds crazy. Because I became a citizen so I could vote, and it took me a long time to get
No, I know a lot of friends who became American citizens, and it was a long, grueling process, and they had to prove that they were exceptional, that there was a reason for them to be here. A lot of them were comedians and entertainers.
I'm
not seeing that.
What is it?
I don't know.
What are the facts of the case?
I typed in Tim Walz passed a legal immigrant vote. And
it was all over Twitter like a couple of days ago.
Tim Walz has not passed a bill.
Okay, driver's licenses.
That was something that happened in 2023, it said.
Yeah, but there was something that just happened a couple of days ago.
Find it.
Yeah, I'll find it.
I'll check on Twitter.
Illegal.
I have to say I find it very hard to believe.
Me too, but not, because I think that what I was getting at is a lot of the reason for wanting an open border is congressional seats. Because one of the things about when you do a census, it doesn't count how many people are citizens, it counts how many people. And so you can get extra congressional seats if you have more illegal immigrants in your city. And you have much more political power that way.
But why do you get more seats if they can't vote?
It's just how it works. It's just how it's the way our census is set up. So the way a census is set up, it's just counting people. It's not counting people that are legally here.
The census. Okay.
Yes.
Counting,
so the census is how they dictate the amount of congressional seats.
Here's what was going around Twitter.
Okay. Minnesota elections confirms non-citizens can vote with driver's licenses. October 14, 25. This is it. State hearing, Minnesota Director Elections Paul Linnell testified that non-citizens holding driver's licenses under the 2023 Driver's Licenses for All law can register to vote and cast ballots by affirming eligibility, as the ID verifies identity but not citizenship. Secretary of State Steve Simon noted that such voting is illegal and rare, with post-election adults identifying discrepancies for prosecution, including 59 potential cases in 2024 that they... the testimony has prompted Republican demands for voter roll audits and reforms coinciding with federal lawsuit against Minnesota for incomplete registration data. So at the very least, this is opening up the door for people that are non-citizens to vote. And it seems like they're confirming that non-citizens with this driver's license can vote.
that it can be
that it can be done.
consequence of it. It's not that's
Right.
not the
That's
goal
not
of
the-
it.
but
it's
it's
not
also-
the goal. It's a
It is
consequence that can
con-
happen.
It is a consequence of
But
it.
I don't think it's purposely done. I mean, I think that it's trying to make it easier for people to vote. And unfortunately, it's a little bit like the rehab scam, right? You're trying to make it easier for Native Americans to get health insurance, but guess what? Then there's people who are going to abuse that opportunity or that
Most certainly.
and that's
yeah.
what's happened. That seems like what's
You mean
happening
if
here.
that's a very charitable way of looking at it.
Maybe, but
What are you
I
trying to say, Jimmy?
I don't
Hold on.
understand. It says that they can register to vote, but the next line says that the voting is illegal.
Yeah, it's
And
illegal,
rare.
but they
Yeah.
can register. But they could do it if they wanted to.
Either way, I think what is happening is that immigrants are being used as political pawns, right? As
That's
we know
true.
from both sides. By
That's
the way,
true.
both sides.
100%. We both agree with that.
And these are human beings, like the mother, and like so many
Yes.
of these stories, like the father of the 3 military American guys went and served for our country, and the father was deported. These are, horrible stories of human beings. And a lot of times, the people that are traumatized are American citizens. They are the kids. They're pulling away their family members, their mothers, their fathers, and it's American kids who are being traumatized.
It's also heartless.
It's
And you're showing to the world that you don't care, that you just want to achieve a
numbers.
result, and you want to achieve a result that is going to leave a terrible feeling for anybody with a heart that looks at that story in that case. And then you're going to associate the United States government more and more with tyranny, more and more with fascism, more and more with, you think you're just enforcing a law because these people broke a law, but that there's still human beings that have been a part of these communities. The law is just some shit people wrote down. It should make sense, and there should be exemptions or at least some sort of amnesty
Which
for
there
someone
is.
who's been here.
That too. But
And
there
a
is
pathway.
Yeah, and a pathway. And right now there isn't. There's
Right, because these people are probably not paying taxes, and if you could make them citizens, you know how much more money you would make?
right. But
'Cause
they
they're
do pay
probably not-
taxes.
Sure, for buying things.
No,
and
not
for
only for
property
buying
taxes,
things.
or for income tax.
For income, they actually pay income taxes.
Right. Do they file for income taxes, or they get income taxes removed from their paycheck?
Can you check that out, Jamie? I read about this recently because it's
Well, I'm
something
sure.
that so many people, it's often used by the right, how these people are here and they don't pay taxes. That is actually not. It's millions of dollars a year that undocumented immigrants pay in taxes.
I'm sure
Not
they
only
pay
in sales,
a lot
but
of
also
taxes.
in income taxes. And both with the fake Social Security numbers they get, but also I think there's something that
Well, you probably have to have that for
Yeah.
certain jobs,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Fake Social Security
Fake Social
numbers.
Security numbers, but I
Yeah.
think there's a way also that they figured out that people are here while they're going through asylum procedures or trying to get their green card. That
But
they
there's
can
still
also
a
pay
lot of
taxes.
people that are
Number from 2016 says 11.6 billion.
$1 billion in state of stuff.
collectively undocumented immigrants. So I would imagine, though, that that's
11.6
like
billion.
at the very least less than there would be if everybody was totally above board. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, 100%.
You'd
We
make
could be
even
making
more
so much
tax
more
revenue.
money.
Exactly.
And I mean, they're the let's not. Who are we kidding ourselves? I mean, they are the backbone of our economy, particularly in California where I
Yes.
live. There
Yeah.
would be no construction. There would be no agriculture. There would be no, kitchens and restaurants and hospitality services without
Right.
these immigrants.
Undocumented immigrants paid nearly $97 billion in federal, state, and local taxes in 2022.
So
That's
the idea that they
nuts.
don't pay taxes is bullshit.
It's a lot of money. And that's money that now you have to account for because those people are going to get kicked out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And
But meanwhile, if they'd figured out a pathway to citizenship, I bet that number would increase. And also they
Absolutely,
could
it
get
would
different
increase.
jobs.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be stuck economically because that's the weird thing about people that sneak like when these farms get raided and they bust all these people, and the farm doesn't get busted. Like, hey,
I know.